Yachty's an enigma right now.
Yeah.
I can't really catch the vibe all the way of what he's doing, but yeah. I mean, we can. Are we gonna get into the shit?
We can get into Yachty. It's like, I don't know how you're gonna come out and say you're quitting the internet when you have a podcast.
No, I wasn't gonna talk about that. I was gonna talk about Caribou.
Yeah, we can talk about all of it.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think Caribou's more present. I mean, the quitting the internet shit is like, no, you're not. And then I didn't like. Fine, we'll actually get into that because I don't like how this nigga said I only do the podcast and shit because I'm contractually obligated, and like if I wasn't, I wouldn't be doing that shit. It's like that's disrespectful, bro. It's like you gonna act like you don't fuck with this shit, bro. Like you don't enjoy doing this. Like, I don't know. It's just
like, why do you have your own?
Yeah, I took that away. I don't know. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, do you even be putting in effort to this shit? You know, like.
Yachty throughout his career has frequently said the wrong thing, which is why it's funny that he's a podcaster now.
I mean, I think it's young nigga shit, bro. Like, I don't think you realize how you're not all the way grateful. You know what I mean? You're not all the way appreciative of what you have all the time. And I think we experience that. Like, I'm not putting myself on a pedestal. I think I do the same exact thing every day. But I think he's just doing it to a mass scale. And he's been able to kind of like, I don't know, like we hold dearly to like success and things that we build, you know? But everything this nigga has done since he was 18 years old has kind of worked out. So like he's probably just like, oh, this is just an idea. This is just an experiment. I could like move on with this. Like,
and that's kind of been his MO his whole career.
That's fine. Until you say like you just listen to the Bible.
It's fine if you don't come out and say like rap is cooked. You know what I mean? And make all these comments about the state of rap, comparing rap to previous generations and stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
I think you can say that. If the previous generations he's mentioning are ones that like he's listened to.
You haven't listened to the previous generation if you haven't listened to the Black Album.
But I'm saying you could say like he could be talking about like this current generation now is not as good as like early 2000s, like when I was coming up, like the Wayne era.
Well, the early 2000s is the Black Album. That's probably Hove's best album.
I feel you.
Like that's the best rap. Like the consensus is he's the best rapper ever, and that's his best album. And you're saying you haven't heard it.
I've listened to it. I like it. I respect Jay-Z, but I do think you have an opinion on like this shit without. I think you should listen to it. I think you should listen.
You can't have an opinion on early 2000s hip hop without listening to it. You can have an opinion on today's hip hop.
I guess.
No, you don't guess, bro. You cannot have an opinion on early 2000s hip hop if you haven't heard the Black Album. Why? Am I wrong?
Why?
Because that is like the early 2000s hip hop album.
But it's not. There's so many others.
But it's like you pull everyone.
What? That's one album, bro. Like hundreds of albums, thousands of albums came out.
And I think there's probably 20 that you have to listen to be able to.
I think that Lil Yachty, I don't know, man. It feels like he always speaks from a place where he feels like his words don't hold the weight that they do.
Yes.
And he also speaks from a place where it's almost like he's like younger than he is, right? Because he continues to speak about the world like he's like a teenager. From things like talking about like how he doesn't listen to the Black Album, or like hip hop is cooked, and then does a song with like Ian. You know what I mean? Like it's just like the moves he makes, while some of them are like fire, or even like think about this, right? Like when he did Let's Start Here, then he started talking about like, you know, alternative forms of hip hop, or not hip hop, but alternative forms of music and all that stuff. It's like, bro, are you just discovering like indie rock? You know what I mean? Or like like rock music. Like it's almost like he is still like discovering the world or like growing up, but it's not cute because he's like 26, 27. So
yeah.
And I think you can't. I think you genuinely can't speak about people and speak on situations the same way you would as a teenager.
I think he
skipped
skipped a lot of real life shit.
Like, yeah, agreed.
Like think about all the growing up we did from like I would say like a lot of was done during our college years. Yeah. Like 18 to 22, and like being in that environment and being around those people and like having to figure shit out. Like you kind of become an adult and like you like lose some of like the dumb shit you was doing as a kid. You have to, you know what I mean, to survive. I think he just probably didn't really have to do that. Like the nigga doesn't eat he still doesn't eat like vegetables, right? Like that nigga like no hate. This is no hate.
Yeah, none of this is hate. This
like
is
I
mostly
fucks
just
with Yachty.
us trying
You know
to
what I
figure this
mean?
shit out. Like
I'm just like
Wait, are we not allowed to hate on him for not eating vegetables?
you should eat vegetables.
That's crazy. Eat a vegetable.
Gang.
We have to
should eat a
promote
vegetable
nutrition.
for sure, bro.
Eat a vegetable. You're an
not
adult.
Even, it's not even about the vegetables. It's about like bragging about not eating vegetables. And
Yeah.
eating pizza. Like it's like you see what I mean? Like it's just a weird like. It's like, bro, how old are
Say
you?
hates
You know?
That's your
Nah.
contemporary.
What, Yachty?
Yeah.
How so?
Y'all the same age.
Oh, I see.
You know? Are you more mature than Lil Yachty?
Is that what contemporary means though? That we're just the same age?
No.
No.
That's not.
Could you dive a little further into that?
What is you see how we get stuck on like a word? Like a
Yeah.
semantic? You and
frustrating,
you and
isn't
Lil Yachty are the same age. How do you feel about that?
I feel like Yachty makes more money than me.
That's fair.
And I feel like Yachty has been able to do more stuff creatively than I have. But I do feel like I'm probably happier than Lil Yachty is.